on the trail with the Willmore Wilderness Foundation Trail Clearing Expedition 2009. Right now I'm looking out on Intersection Mountain, which is located where the Sheep and Casket Creek come together. We're also in an area pretty special to us because it's an area that's had a long history of outfitting. So this expedition has been for 14 days, which has flown, of course. We've punched our way through and we've opened up the trail and we've got a lot of trail cleared behind us. However, there are other trail expeditions that went out this summer and there are others that are going out later this fall. So this is just one small trip that the foundation has done this year, opening up trails. One of the challenges of clearing these trails has been actually finding them. It's been many decades since there's been any serious work done on the trails. Hunters have kept them open to a certain extent, and some of the Aboriginal community has still been traveling through this part of the Willmore. However, it took a lot of work and a lot of clearing to get them opened up again, and we certainly hope that the foundation can continue maintaining these trails over the years and getting them back to the condition that they used to be in. We're also in an area pretty special to us because it's an area that's had a long history of outfitting. Today we cleared out the gravesite of George Hargreaves, who along with other members of his family was outfitting in here back in the early 1920s and 30s, and in fact George passed away here and is buried here. We also cleared out down to the Sheep Creek Falls, which is another scenic spot, and today we have a crew that is cleaning up to Casket Lake. We've already cleared out all the way down to the Sheep Creek airstrip, so we got a lot of miles of clear trail behind us and a few more in front of us, but it's just a real pleasure to be out here working. One of the interesting things about George Hargreaves is that he is probably one of the only white people that is buried within the Willmore. We know and respect that there's a long Aboriginal tradition within this park, but we also recognize that there were a lot of Albertans that came into this country as well. They were entrepreneurs in their own time and they made a living outfitting and trapping in this country, and they have a historical connection to this country as well. One of the challenges for us, it was finding the old trails, of course, and reopening them, and of course working with new things like the burn that went through a few years ago. But again, what we feel we really need up in this part of the country is some proper signage. There are areas where it can be confusing as to which direction you're going or where you're heading, and we feel that signage would really help keep these trails alive as well and make them more safe for travelers.
We just came back from Sheep Cabin. We looked for some of the trails up there. The trail west of Sheep Cabin through the burn is virtually non-existent. You can still find the blazes, but it's pretty impossible to follow the trail. One day we cleared the trail from Sheep Cabin back to the Cat Line, and then we rode up Fam Creek as far as we could get one day up there. Met a few parties of sheep hunters that we spent some time talking to, and then we rode out the last 2 days.
Yeah, we're real tree huggers.
Can we touch the backhand?
We can just.
Barely.
One of the challenges of the Willmore Wilderness Foundation is to both find trained people to go on the trail and actually clear it, and to actually find these trails and reopen them again. With the help of outfitters who are members of our organization and our Aboriginal community, we are able to draw upon their memories to find these trails again. The challenge moving forward is to get the proper signage on them, as well as maintaining these trails over the upcoming years so that they don't fall back into disarray. And we feel that the foundation can play an important part in doing that.